definitely been an accomplishment. I'm blessed to have this year back, and I'm just happy, for me and my family, we got it done.
We talked about the postseason accolades a couple of weeks ago, and you thought that would be a pretty neat deal. So when you find out today, what's the first thought?
It was just a smile on my face. Hard work definitely kind of paid off. We're not done yet, but it was a good thing to be recognized for fighting throughout all the things I've been through.
Did you think you were going to be on the first team?
Yeah, I did. I was kind of disappointed, but I was happy to, even be mentioned, with those guys. The first team is great guys on that team, so I was happy to be there.
Not done yet, but is it hitting home that you could be, depending on how things work out, last game of your college career?
Yeah, you play every game like it's your last, so it's definitely getting to that time where it could be my last, but I want to play as many games as I possibly can in the Duck uniform, and hopefully we can get more than one.
So what do you think's been the issue with Arizona State that they've had you guys' number in the last couple of years?
I think we just came out sluggish in both games. It wasn't really Duck-paced basketball. They slow up the game a lot, and they get us standing around. When it happened, we buy into it, and we just don't play our game.
How do you change that? How do you force
your? We watched a lot of film, and we just trying to get ready and not make the mistakes we made in the first two meetings, and hopefully it turn around and we can get back to playing Ducks basketball.
Did it help having only seen them a week ago?
Yeah, that definitely helps. We can watch that game again and see what openings were there and what they did to us on defense, and see where shots can come from.
What's our matchup? Where do you got to offense?
There's gaps in every zone. There is gaps, so depending on how they move, you have to just read where the gaps are and attack from there.
Defensively, I know this isn't really your part of it, at least considering you're a big guy, but three-point defense was huge this past week. How do you change that?
Yeah, I think they just shocked us. How deep they were shooting it. A couple of those threes was pretty far outside of scoring range, and they made them. So we have to honor that for the next game, and next game I think we'll be ready.
What is it just mentally, having just played them 2 days, having just played them a couple of games ago? What is it going in? Does that make you feel better? Would you rather have not seen them, or how does that help?
You always want to, wish after you lose, you want to play, right after you lose in some games, and a week is a quick turnaround, but it'll be good to play those guys again and score a revenge game because they beat us twice this year already.
You got a lot of guys who haven't played the Staples Center. Anything you tell them about that place?
We actually haven't got around to talking about the Staples Center yet, but it's totally different when you haven't played in it, but it's a totally different effect when you actually have to play in that building. You can't really explain it in words.
So just bigger, or?
This arena gives you a pretty good effect of how their arena is. The center stage with lights and with big crowds. So I think our arena definitely gives us the advantage of being ready for the Staples Center.
But they have all those suites, doesn't that make a difference from a perspective?
Not really to me. We pretty much just got to put the ball in the hole. We can't worry about suites or how big the crowd is. We playing for our season to stay alive.
What's your experience in the third matchup against the same team in one season, whether you're the team that swept them or being swept? What stands out in that third game usually?
This is going to be two teams that's very familiar with each other, what they do with each other, and it's going to be a hard-fought game. Both teams are going to play for their season to stay alive, and I think it's just going to be one good game.